Hello folks, this is Joel with Transformers Combiner Wars Silverbolt. Just a large box with a clear window showing Silverbolt and his gun. Nice artwork on the side here. And on the back we just have Silverbolt in his robot mode, vehicle mode. And he forms a torso that smaller figures can combine with. The leader of the aerial bots forms the core of the team's combined form, Superion. A single-minded force bent only on Decepticon destruction. And here we have Silverbolt opened up into his vehicle mode, which is some kind of airliner. I say that because of all of the side windows. He's clearly a big jet, although oddly bulky along the bottom, where you can see pretty much the entire robot mode. I mean, his fists come out the side. Granted, with a vehicle like this, it's kind of hard to hide a lot of bulk, especially considering all he's supposed to do. One nice little touch you have here is he does have some fold out landing gear. There's for the front. And two molded in wheels. Nothing turns. Although the landing gear is clearly just for looks because it's really not needed. Now, Silverbolt does come with a weapon that can be stored in this mode. A giant cannon, which fits right where these two holes are. Just peg that in, and now he's an airliner of destruction. From above, it looks great. From below, not so much. Now, his transformation to robot mode is fairly simple, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you right here. First, take this fin, pull it back. Take the head, fold it all the way back. Take the wings, they unpeg from the hands, or from the arms. Do that on both sides. And the arms are now free. So pull those out of the way, pull the sides out, turn them around. You have the legs. Come back around here. Pull out the feet. And pull out the heel. Again for the other one. Then reach up here where the red on the chest ends. Pull that forward and flip out the head. Also, fold these bits back in. And there's Silverbolt in his robot mode. Silverbolt in robot mode looks nothing like a jet, which could be bad or good depending on what your opinions are of what a Transformer should be. However, his backpack, which is basically the entire plane mode, save for these two bits of landing gear, that is basically the entire plane. Both Silverbolt and his plane mode could actually do better without each other. It's not the best use of kibble. As for articulation, you have a nice ratchet in the shoulders, another ratchet in the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, very tight hinge in the elbow, hips, ratchet in both ways, swivel at the thigh, and two hinges at the knee. So we can go well past 90 degrees. You can take the foot down a little bit, but that's just because of transformation. Head is on a ball joint, but it's a bit limited by the panels on the sides of the shoulders. Color-wise, you see a lot more red with the orange, white, and black. A little bit of painted silver every now here and there. In fact, I just got this set, and there's already some paint flaking right here, around the bicep. The arm was packaged like so. However, for some reason there's a little bit of plastic that helps this clip in and stay in place, but doing so just chips paint. So I haven't looked into the combination, the torso mode yet. Don't know if it's showing up too well, but this little piece of plastic right here, this little tooth, is completely unnecessary because it locks up the joint when you close it all the way. There's no reason to close all the way because the arms form the upper leg in the torso mode, and the arm must remain bent in the vehicle mode. So there's really no point to that little tooth of plastic that is on both shoulders. All it does is lock it into place when you don't need it because their joints are already incredibly tight, and it just chips paint. That being said, he is a very solid figure. All the joints are very solid, which is going to be needed for his torso mode. Before we get into that, I want to show you his weapon again. His weapon, which can be held in either hand by these two pegs, like so, it also, right here, splits apart into a cannon and shield, which you can attach like so. His weapon's pretty good. I don't think it needs any paint, but a little bit in certain areas could definitely help it out. Alright, to get Silverbolt into his torso mode, we're basically going to have to get him back into vehicle mode, but then change things about halfway through, towards the end. So first off, take his arms, let them down, and pull those all the way up. To take the fists and flip them backwards. Now we take the legs, unfold these, put the feet back in, and fold them up, and this little peg goes right in that little hole. Put that in there, take that in there, legs are done. Now you take the head, this whole torso unit, pull this forward, and then reach down right in there and pull that bit of the chest out. Fold the head in, pull this all the way out, flip up the horns, the heat pegs are right in there. We take these leg bits and collapse those in. To take the kneecaps and fold them down. And that is his torso mode. The torso to Superion. Now he could use some arms and legs, couldn't he? Oh, wait. Forgot one thing. Take this little piece. Not the whole torso, just this one little piece. Fold that up. Then you collapse it. That way there's not an unsightly gap in his armor. That is Superion's torso. It's got a rubbery plastic for horns, but that's probably just for safety reasons. Head is on a swivel. Has a nice red visor and mouth guard. Kind of a nice, it's a nice look for a combiner. The limbs are just going to slide in here and right in here. His torso's still a thing, but hey, you can give him wings if you wanted. And since he doesn't have a hand to hold his weapon, we'll just peg that on right back here. It's not a bad look. And that is Transformers Combiner Wars Silverbolt. I got this set for about $25 at Walmart. He's a good figure. His robot mode has a few nitpicks, mainly just the useless clip. There's nothing but peel paint. The vehicle mode is a little bulky. It's hard to hide a lot of this stuff, but given the vehicle type and what all he's supposed to do, I'm just going to give it to him and say that's probably going to be hard to do. He is, however, a great looking torso, very solid. I've actually seen a lot of reviews of the other core bots, and Silverbolt, so far at least, is the least floppy. And that's the main reason that I got him, was just because I can really only afford to get one core. So I figured I might as well get the one that does stand up the best. However, if the Hotspot figure gets a repaint and a retool into Onslaught, I might be convinced into getting a second one. And the main reason that I wanted to start with a core bot first is so that I can better demonstrate the leg and arm modes of the deluxe size figures. Whether or not this guy really stands up to the expectations, we'll see in due time. But he is an okay figure. He does look nice on the shelf. He does look nice in his robot mode, if you can look past the kibble on his back. In fact, you can technically give him an over-the-shoulder cannon is not a bad touch either. But like I said, he's got his faults, but he so far looks great. He looks his best as a robot and torso. The vehicle mode is the only part that really is lacking in anything. And if you see this guy, I'd say go with the same thing that I was thinking. If you want just one core bot, so far at least, pick the one you think is best. So I thank you folks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.